Hey guys, what's up? Today we're going to do a suppressor comparison, and today we actually have a brand new suppressor that I haven't seen any real information out there, so it'd be cool to throw it in the mix and see how things work. Let's get into it. Alright, so the suppressors we're doing today are the YHM Turbo K, the Sierra 5 from Dead Air, the Surefire SOCOM556 RC, not the RC2, the RC, and the new boy to town, the YHM Turbo T3, right? This guy's supposedly supposed to do better with less back pressure and stuff like that. It's got a built-in flash hider front cap. The old Turbo K does not have, this is the, not the Turbo K version 2 with the flash hider front cap. This is like an original one. And then the Surefire Sierra 5, the Dead Air Sierra 5 has a well, you can change out the front cap if you want to. This has a flash hider front cap. This is how it comes. And the Surefire does not have a flash hiding front cap as well. And there's nothing you can do. This is just a can, is what it is. You can't do anything to it. So let's put these on these guns. Let's fire them. Both of the guns we have, since we have different mounts, and I'm not going to try to change out mounts while we're out here. These are both 10.3s, 10.5. This is my Mark 18 clone. This is, well, it was my inspired Mark 18 clone, and now it's got some other stuff in it. It's been kind of messed around with, but they're both 10.3 inch barrels. My battery is going to die, so I'm going to get to this. Let's see what happens. This is the Surefire 5.56. Turbo K. Sierra 5. T3. Okay, so here we go. That was interesting, and it is very interesting doing this in a colder environment than back in Alabama where we did the other 5.56 suppressor comparison. It makes a difference. I mean, there it's humid and it was hot. I can't remember if I did it in the summer or when exactly I did it, but it was not cold like this. So it makes a difference. It really does make a difference. So, interesting stuff. So, some of the suppressors were the same. I know in that video we did the Turbo K and the Surefire, the 5.56 RC. And it surprised me even then at the video that for about 400, maybe 450 bucks, you can get a fully ready to go 5.56 dedicated suppressor, a little K can that performs very well. In my opinion, it performs, and it still performs very well. The fact that it's not super gassy, it is gassy. If you try to figure out which one's the most, it's probably this guy, I think. I don't know, it's hard to tell. They're all pretty close, and also I don't know. It's just kind of hard to tell. I don't know. Super non-scientific video and everything. It's just personal preferences. That's what we talk about and stuff. The Surefire wasn't super gassing anything. It does very well, and it's obviously quieter than the Turbo K. But I'm always just surprised how well the Turbo K does. Talking about the two new guys in town, the Sierra 5 and the Turbo T3. Two cans that are not really in the same price point. I mean, you're talking for the Sierra 5, you're at least a couple $100 more than the T3. And the T3 is brand new, so who knows about all the stuff and things, whatever, how great it might be, might not be. It'd be interesting to go back and look at the footage and see the flash on these, because both of these, the T3 has an integrated flash hider. The Sierra 5 has a front cap flash hider that you can put on, or you can put on a non-front cap, or non-front cap. You could put on a non-flash hider if you wanted to, I guess, or you could put an e-brake and stuff on there. But they're both flash hiders, so I haven't seen the video footage as of right now, so it'd be interesting to go back and look and see if there was a noticeable difference between these two. Because size-wise, I mean, there's an extra baffle, it looks like, size-wise on the T3. He's just a little bit bigger. And to be completely honest, I did notice, and I don't know how well it came across in the video, I did notice that the T3, its ejection pattern was different. Now, for all of the suppressors except for the Surefire, I was using the Law Tactical ARIC system, their AR internal carrier. So I have noticed that it suppresses better, it sounds better. I'm not exactly sure why. I have no earthly idea. Maybe because there's no spring in the buffer tube, so there's no boinging going on and stuff. I honestly don't know, but I know it sounds good. The Surefire on the Mark 18, it did really well. It did really well. There's no arguing it. But these two guys did surprisingly well. And honestly, I'm not kidding, and I'm not paid by them. I didn't do anything. I spent my money on this thing. This performed best as far as back pressure. And like I said, as you hopefully were able to see, maybe that ejection pattern was different. It did pull back a little bit. It wasn't as far forward ejecting as everything else was. So that's just a telltale sign that your overpressure is not producing that much pressure. And honestly, I was trying to breathe through all of them. Definitely the Turbo K was the most gassy, right? And that's not all we're talking about, but that's the main point, because we have the T3 out here. But definitely, by the time I was done with him, there was a lot of gas built up, right? All the other ones, well, I would say the Surefire, for my opinion, the Surefire and the Dead Air, they were about the same for me at this one little junction in time. But then the T3 did best as far as that goes. Sound suppression-wise, man, sound suppression-wise, it's really hard to tell. The Turbo's the loudest, that's 100% for sure, I know that. All the rest of them are so negligibly, like, it's right there. It's right there. I almost want to say that the Surefire is a little bit louder than these two, and that these two are just a little bit better, in my opinion, and that's just me today at this time with this ammo. Speaking of ammo, we were shooting Tula. Forgot I even had this stuff. This is 62 grain hollow point stuff, so it's a little heavier grain for 5.56. Not really. It's a moderate grain, but 62 grain instead of the 55. I'm not sure how that affected any testing stuff. We probably used 55 grain in the last video. But yeah, 62 grain. It may be going a little bit slower, so maybe suppresses just a little bit better. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know these things. But anyway, guys, let me know what you think. I'm gonna quit. I'm not just gonna sit here and talk about these things for the rest of the day and just bore you guys to death. I'd love to get you guys' opinion. I know the camera doesn't always do the best job. It never does the best job when it comes to sound suppression video stuff. I mean, I've got an expensive microphone and stuff. I try to do my best to make sure that I give you guys as good of a representation of what these things do. Honestly, for me, they were all very close. They each have their own little thing. I mean, some are cheaper, some are more expensive, some are louder, some are more gassy, some are like just bomb-proof and all that kind of stuff. So there's pros and cons to every single can. There's reasons why I have every single can and stuff. But from you guys' perspective, which one do you think performed the best for your specific needs? Were you specifically looking at flash? I tried to make sure I faced the camera, make sure I could do, if there is flash going on, you should have been able to see it, right? Sound suppression, which one do you guys sounded better, right? Which one looked like it was blowing gas back in my face the most? I'd love to get you guys' opinion on that. All right, that's it. You guys be good, be safe. I'm cold. I'm starting to build up a frost around my face. I can feel it, and it's disgusting. But that's it. All right, you guys take care, and hopefully we'll catch you in the next video. See ya.